Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we are here at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island because this is the week of the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. And speaking of the Detroit area, here's the CEO of the Detroit Regional Partnership. And it is so good to see you, Maureen. Maureen Donahue. Donahue Krause. There you go. Got everybody in. It's good to see you, and it's fun to work with you. It really,
Thank you. I'm thrilled that we have a little bit of time together. It's
we
great.
we actually do. This is something. Let's explain to everybody what your organization is.
So we represent the city of Detroit and the 11 county surrounding region, 5.5 million people, representing them for business attraction. So marketing, growing, and supporting the region to bring new jobs and new investment in.
So your economic development.
We are, yes, the Regional Economic Development Organization.
There you go. Okay, so do you get in charge of dispersing money for, say, MEDC in the state and those sorts of
Oh,
things?
so that's the
Oh, I'm
growth. We don't
sorry.
do that. We guide our partners to where they can find sources for their incentive package. We help them coordinate that, but we are not that fiduciary, which I think is better. We
Yeah.
really, all the work we do, we're neutral conveners. That's what we want to be.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
So how are you funded?
So we are funded, we were formed by the business community. So we're about 55% private sector, 45% philanthropic. They're very generous here, and 5% public. But on our board is the mayor and the big three county executives because we really, from the formation, wanted to show that we are collaborating together in this effort, and it's worked really well.
So it's a real regional effort.
Absolutely. And, representatives, we also gather our public partners together monthly
Yeah.
to talk about projects and processes and how we can all do better.
Yeah, so I'm on the board at LEAP, which is the Lansing
Yeah.
Economic Area Partnership, and we go through some of those same gymnastics you do.
Hmm.
And one of those things we always see is like, what is shovel ready? A, and
Hmm.
B, do you have a large area so we can have an
Mega sites.
OEM, right? Mega
Yes.
sites, yeah.
So, we identified this obstacle to growth about 3 years ago in our organization, and we created the VIP, so Verified Industrial Properties by DRP. So, VIP by DRP. Our goal, and we're building away at it, 200 sites within our region from 10 acres and above through mega sites that have clear, identifiable assessments done by third party civil engineering firms
Oh,
that provides certainty with what is there on the site and what is needed on the site to make it development ready. Because when we show a site to a company or a site consultant, we want them to have certainty with how long the path is going to take. If it needs 5 years of, in infrastructure improvements, companies need to know that. So we don't want to sell them a bill of goods. We want to sell them certainty with these sites. And it's 10 acres and above because in the city of Detroit, 10 acres is a good sized
it's a
site
good
in the
size
city.
site, yeah.
But in our more rural areas of our region, there are large mega sites. Of course, you heard about the Flint site most recently. And what is it gonna take to get that site development ready? It's huge and it has a workforce around it, which is super important.
Right.
So that is a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, and that workforce around it is crucial because
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about let's bring jobs. Where are the people to fill them? I mean, that's one of the problems.
We like to layer the real estate with a sort of a layer of the talent that a company needs to show them. We find that manufacturing talent will commute about 20 to 30 minutes, engineering talent will commute about an hour. There's not talent in that radius
Yeah.
right now. Then you're importing talent, which is hard for everyone in the world. That's not unique to us. So why not be in a location that provides the site you need with the talent nearby?
Well, and also with the relocation, do we have housing for them? I mean, that's another issue.
Another huge issue. And it's one that we're like tiptoeing into because we're not a housing organization, but that's clearly, once again, urban, suburban, rural.
Yeah.
It's an issue that I know that it was announced this morning, the state's focusing on, the governor's focusing on, and we need to look at it too, because it's all about, what your talent wants. And they don't want long commutes and they don't want obstacles to good opportunities.
Yeah. I think one thing that's really refreshing is that your county executives are working together. And I say that only because you're going to have 1,000 bosses in what you do.
We do.
You
We
know?
have 348 cities, villages, and townships. I always say that's a lot of children to love equally,
Yeah.
right? But differently,
Big
because
family.
they're all different. Yeah, we do have many bosses, but the alignment is terrific. And I think that speaks a lot about the whole region that we've decided working together and combining our assets makes us win more.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, I think, a shift, a generational shift in what we are doing and how we're going to be successful
You
in
know,
the
we've got
future.
about 45 seconds left.
Hmm.
People don't realize how far you go to recruit businesses.
Yes, last year we did over 150,000 miles, our team. This year we've been in Italy, Korea, Germany, Sweden, Canada, Austin, Chicago, California, and we're not even halfway through. We go to our customer and talk about all the great assets of this region and state.
Unbelievable. Well, Maureen, it's always good to see you, and thanks for the great work you're doing down there.
It's good to be here.
No, it's good to see you. Maureen Donahue Kraus, who is the CEO of the Detroit Regional Partnership. We're going to be right back. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you from the Grand Hotel at the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual policy conference. We'll be back.